In this video, we're going to do an example where we match a polynomial to its graph. So the question says, match the polynomial to its graph without using a graphing calculator. So the function that we're given is f of x equals negative x cubed plus 3x plus 4. We want to figure out which one of these graphs could that be. Now we're going to use the leading term test first of all. So notice, first of all, the degree of this polynomial is what? Well, it's a third degree polynomial. The important thing about the number 3 is that it's odd. Okay, also, what is the leading coefficient? Well, the leading coefficient is negative 1. Okay, and the key is that it's negative. Okay, so we have an odd degree polynomial with a negative leading coefficient. The leading term test tells us what the basic shape of the graph should be. Now, notice I could put some arrows on the end here. And remember, if you have an even degree polynomial, the arrows will be facing the same direction. Okay, either both up or both down. So notice in part C here, both of the arrows are facing downward. So that would be the case if we have an even polynomial. But notice we don't. We have an odd polynomial. So we've ruled out the possibility of C. Okay, an odd degree polynomial would have arrows facing an opposite direction. Now, if you have a negative leading coefficient with an odd degree polynomial, the basic shape of the graph is going to look like this. Okay, it's not going to look like this. Okay, that would be if you had a positive leading coefficient. So we'll rule out that possibility. So that rules out case B. So notice case part A and part D, those could be the graph of this polynomial. So how can we decide between them? Right? They're both third degree polynomials. And with a negative leading coefficient. Well, one thing that we can have left to check is notice what's the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept happens when x is 0. So notice f of 0, what is that? Well, if we plug in 0 everywhere we see an x, we'll have negative 0 cubed plus 3 times 0 plus 4. And notice all of that would simplify to just be 4, really this last number here. So f of 0 is 4. That means the point 0 comma 4 will be on the graph. Notice this point could be 0 comma 4. I didn't put a scale here. Same thing with this point and same thing with this point. But notice where this crosses the y-axis, notice 0 comma 4 is not on the graph. So the y-intercept is 4. The only possibility we have is this. Okay, notice this one has a negative y-intercept. It's below the x-axis. Okay, and this one has a positive one. Since f of 0 is 4, 4 is the y-intercept. Okay, really 0 comma 4, that point is the y-intercept. So this was the only remaining possibility. So using the leading term test, we were able to eliminate part B and part C, and finding the y-intercept, we were able to eliminate case D.